I am finally back from my trip. Lots of requests to hear about how my Greece trip went. So I'm gonna go through day by day what we did, where we stayed, where we ate, if I can remember. So we were there for 10 days total. Greece is 9 hours ahead of Edmonton, Alberta. When we left Edmonton, it was 8 in the morning, and when we got to Athens, it was 9 in the morning the next day. Kind of hard to get used to. I'm still honestly recovering from the jet lag, and it's been a week. So anyway, we can get right into it. I'm gonna show a lot of footage that I did take on my camera and on my iPhone. I was just like taking in all the memories. First of all, the flights were actually surprisingly fine. We flew with Porter to Montreal, and then we flew Air Transat to Athens. Heather and I sat together, and Jordan was way in the front. We probably had like 5 glasses of wine, just like vibing. There was a guy sitting beside us that was around our age, and he was just chilling with us, watching us struggle with our face masks that we tried. Heather got her hands on these like viral collagen masks that sit on your face for 8 hours. Slay. That is actually the ugliest I've ever seen. So we just put those on and had our wine, and it was the best. We finally landed in Athens. We weren't really staying in Athens, we were staying in Piraeus. I think that's how you say it. It's where the port is, like the main port in Greece, I think. Took a train to the closest train station to our hotel and lugged all of our luggage to our room, and we were exhausted, so we just passed out for like 5 or 6 hours. And when we woke up, we tried to find something to eat. We later learned that everyone in this town pieces out to the islands from August 15th to 20th for their vacation. So there was nothing open, no food. We stopped at like a little corner store, picked up bottled margarita, and just went to bed. We were like, this place sucks. Let's just go to bed, wake up in the morning, and head to Paros. We ferried to Paros the next day. I just couldn't wait to get off the bus and into our Airbnb, which was beautiful. We finally found it, checked in, got ready, went to, I think the place was called Calypso for lunch. It had the best fried squid that we have ever had. It was the best on the entire trip. It was so good. They had this like honey mustard sauce on it. It was delish. It was a really cute town to explore. All the restaurants, all the shopping, all the gelato places, they were all just right by the water. Just tons of sailboats and like octopus like hanging around and stuff. We did end up going out later that night. We went back to the Airbnb and got ready, and it was super cute. Went to the water, took a photo shoot, and then walked around looking for somewhere we could have a little cocktail. We wanted to go to Barbarossa, but there was like a little restaurant almost like across from it that we ended up going to for just some cocktails. And as the night progressed, like closer to like 11, 12, it just turned into a nightclub. It was packed shoulder to shoulder. I don't even know how there were servers there like serving us. It was just like absolute insanity. The next day we boated to a beach club called Cabana. Cabana, we didn't realize, if you take the water taxi, it's a hike to get there. So we had our sandals on, our beach bags, our bikinis, and we hiked to Cabana, which when we got there was worth it, but we just didn't know. We just laid around, jumped in the water, had some Diet Cokes, had lunch, and tanned and read and relaxed, and it was great. The next day, we took our bus back to the port, which took us to Paros. That ferry ride is pretty quick. I think it was around 40 minutes. So we got there, and of course we were feeling hungry. So we just walked around. We were staying right in the old Mykonos town. This is where the nightlife is. It's where all the shopping is. It's where all the tourists are. It's the busiest place. It's the most iconic looking. Later that night, we ended up taking a taxi to Santa Ana, which is a beach club that is absolutely insane. It is massive. It feels like a combination of Vegas, Miami, Coachella, like all these crazy party places. It was huge to walk through. On our way there, but I did have my first gyro in Greece. It has fries on it. and we never really learned how to pronounce it. It could be Euro, it could be Giro, it could be Gyro, but it was really good. Me and Jordan were very, very excited about that. Next day, we went to the famous restaurant called Castro's. The patio is in an alleyway that looks out into the water that I've seen on Pinterest so many times. So I was so excited to eat here. After we had lunch, I took a solo day and just did some shopping, walked around, got some souvenirs, got some gifts for my friends. Next day we went to Zuma, which is a Japanese restaurant way up on a hill in Mykonos, which we didn't really know how to get to. We didn't really know how to get around. We wanted to go to Zuma and then we wanted to go to this beach. Everything's walkable, but walkable in Europe is very questionable sometimes. It can give you directions to walk to this location, but you're walking on the side of a highway that's like this narrow. So everyone's honking at you, everyone's swerving around you, and they're all mad, and there's taxis like yelling at you if you need a ride. It was hectic. We went back to Castro's for dinner and we were like, let's just have like a bougie dinner. So I had this lobster pasta that I will never forget in my entire life. I died and went to heaven. This was such a good pasta. This restaurant ended up being my favorite restaurant the entire trip. I just wanted to go back every single day. Like Greek salad, lobster pasta, every single day. So the next day was really fun. Heather and I went, just the two of us, took a bus to Ornos Beach, which is probably about a 10 to 15 minute bus ride. We vegged all day. We just drank our Diet Cokes, jumped in the water. Yeah. It was nice. It was relaxing. I caught a bit of a tan that day finally. We had a reservation at 9 p.m. for Scorpios. Got ready, took a taxi down there, walked around for a bit. This place is like so aesthetic. It's all neutral. It's like everyone's so dressed up. Everyone's so beautiful. It was so chill. It was so gorgeous. The sun was setting. Everyone was in such a good mood. The music was good. And again, it's massive. These beach clubs are freaking massive. We had our dinner reservation, had some amazing, amazing food. One of the best restaurants for sure. Top memory. There was a DJ playing that night as well. So we just kind of walked around, had margaritas. So yeah, that was the trip. Very fun, very hot. You know, this is kind of like a rough guide. I didn't pay too much attention to the names of restaurants that we went to, but if you are planning a trip to Greece, you're honestly good. You don't really need, like, it's nice to have a general idea of where you want to go, like some top places, but all the restaurants are good. All the food is so good, so fresh. All the shopping is amazing. I hope you enjoyed my Greece itinerary, and I'll talk to you guys all soon.